All right, so in class today we talked about how I need you to do number 5 for homework tonight. And we already set up the children's ages over here on the right-hand side. So we said the youngest child was X years old. Then we had X plus 1 and X plus 2 because we were looking for consecutive integers. Not anything even odd specific, just consecutive integers. We said that the square of the age of the youngest child, over here in yellow, is equal to 4 more, than 8 times the age of the oldest child. And we said that this equation or expression over here on the right-hand side shows that 4 more than 8 times the age of the oldest child. So after you distribute and combine like terms, you end up with the equation x squared minus 8x minus 20 equals 0. You, of course, have to distribute, combine like terms, and then get everything over to meet with the x squared, so that way you have your equation in standard form. Following this, you can factor this equation and solve by factoring. We need factors of 20 that will add to 8, and those, of course, are 10 and 2. So you've got x minus 10 and x plus 2, so that you can add to negative 8 and multiply to negative 20. When you do this, you get, or when you solve through, you get x is equal to 10 and x is equal to negative 2. But we can reject this negative 2 because you can't have negative ages. So if it's the case that x is equal to 10, then the next child is 11 years old, and then the oldest child is 12 years old. Jumping down to problem number 7, if we know that the length of a rectangle exceeds its width by 4 inches, we don't know what the width is, so I'm going to call that W. If we're exceeding the width by 4 inches, that means I need to add 4 to W, or to the width, to get my length. We know the formula for area of a rectangle is the length times the width, so I can take those two values, W and W plus 4, and multiply them together to get them equal to the area. So we end up with W squared plus 4W, and now you've got to get your equation in standard form. This looks like W squared plus 4W minus 96 is equal to 0, and we can go through and solve. You'll need factors of 96 that add up to 4W. I found all of my factors in 96, and I found that 8 times 12 gives me, multiplies to 96 and adds up to 4. So my two factors are W plus 12 and W minus 8. This is equal to 0. When I solve my mini equations, I come up with the width is equal to either negative 12 or the width is equal to 8. We can reject negative 12 because we can't have a negative length, or negative measurement rather, and I know then that my width is going to be equal to 8 inches, 8 inches. Once I know my length is 8, or my width is 8, I can find my length to be 12 because my original equation for length was W plus 4. So I get my dimensions are 8 by 12, which gives me an area of 96.